Pooja seemed to truly understand and have a passion. She grew up in this industry. This wasn't a company created overnight because Microcurrent became the entree of the moment. Their company has a history of creating medical devices, so this was very easy for them to adapt into. And they used microcurrent on the body. So when she started to grow up and take over the company, she's like a baby. She had a passion on it, and she really understood. And they had the ability to create all these different waveforms, and there's 7 different ones that you have. They all interplay. I think the coolest thing is if you were going to add an addition to your house, you wouldn't hire a contractor with just a hammer. You'd want somebody with a whole tool chest. The Ultra is a tool chest of waveforms and capabilities that you can use. You're here because you guys are super bright and you're always learning. And so you think out of the box and you start to think about how to help the client. You have a whole arsenal of tools. You'll use some on some, you'll use all on some, you'll use one on some. But the fact that one machine has everything, it gives you an exponential advantage over someone that just has a pre-programmed machine. And those of you that do know, I have never endorsed a machine. I've always stayed incredibly neutral in 10 years that I've been teaching. I've never said this over that. I always pretty much just wanted to stay trustworthy, that I wasn't like a rep or something. But I have to say, when she showed me the Ultra, Pooja and I met 2 years ago. I bought the MyoLift and I loved it. I thought it was a great unit. I used it. I referred it to people to use. And then she came back and she asked me she was good in the Ultra. And when I saw it, I was instantly intrigued. I was like, wow. But more so, Pooja thinks out of the box. And she really wants to help estheticians advance. And she is willing to put herself in our place in what we really need. And so she's creating like a mask. She's created finger probes. She knows that we like to touch the skin. So she's trying to create something so that we don't use gloves. The reason I want you to know about it is there are a lot of imposters on the market. Right. And this Ultra has six or seven iontophoresis, 7 waveforms. Are they proprietary or are they? No, they are pure and clean, because the effectiveness of a microcurrent signal is in the cleanliness of the waveform. And to get an exact sine waveform, to get an exact square waveform, requires a lot of mathematical technology. It's not just like somebody, just went and made a square and replicated it and put it into a machine. It takes a company that can do that. And so there are a lot of units on the market. You can get one on eBay for, that. But it's the cleanliness of the signal. It's like, it's got to be really pure, and that makes the difference in how you respond. Because someone might say, well, I used the machine and it was a square waveform and I just didn't get the result. But we don't know the noise associated with that. It could have been like shouting across, a crowded room, or it was a signal that was purely delivered. Because the pure and more exact that waveform, the better it meets the resistance or the impedance of the body.